Welcome back, you wonderful people. It is great to have you. Today we're going to answer a question that many of you have posed, and I've asked myself on occasion. And that is, what kind of motorcycle do I have? That's year, make, and model. Or if you're going to look at a motorcycle, you need to verify that it is what the owner says it is. The easiest way to get this is on the title. If you look at the title, I'll import some video here of us looking at a title, but it should give you the year and the make, and it does not always have the model posted on there. I'm not even sure across the board statewide if there is a model posted on titles. The second way is to look at the bike. You can tell if it's a cruiser, a sport bike, a dual purpose, a dirt bike, all those good things. There should be emblems or stickers on the bike. Now, as we all know, motorcycles are probably the most modified vehicles out there, so those could be wrong. You could have something completely different than what the previous owner decided to put on there. So the first thing I do is try and find a vehicle tag. Now, we're going to switch this view and show you a couple Hondas, show you what they say. So here you can see Honda does a really nice job of giving you all the information you're looking for. You can see here, obviously, it's a motorcycle. And there's your VIN number. And then, as we're not focusing, there we go. The year is stamped right there in the center. And you have the model. It's a VT700C. Now this is also known as the Shadow. So the 700 is your cc's, and obviously the year. This is on the left side of the steering neck. Now, as far as I know, this is going to be the same across the board for many Hondas. Let's spin around here real slowly so you don't get dizzy. Here we have a Magna. Now, this is not factory emblem. As you can see, it says V-twin. Magnas are not V-twin. It does say Honda. I'm sorry, Magna 500s are not V-twin either. So somebody got confused there. But, you know, if you buy a used bike, you might be missing side panels. You might be missing all kinds of parts. But so we know this could be a Magna, but do we know what size it is? Not by looking at it. So let's do a quick look here. We're going to go to the left side of the neck, and here you go. Looks familiar, doesn't it? As with the Honda Shadow over there, you have your VIN number, you have your year, 1982 in this case, and down here it says VF750C. That, my friends, is a Magna. You go online, type in VF750C. That is the official model number. It just so happens to be a Magna. Now, if we go back over here to the Shadow, obviously, now I do have side covers for all these, so don't worry about it. But here, this is the original tank. It says Honda. I mean, that's a decal. That could be changed out. Alright, gang, now jump down here. This is still in the Shadow 700. If you really want to see what size it is, here we are on the right side of the engine, and it's giving you the official 694 cms on the block. That is the actual size of the engine. It's rounded up to 700 for the model, but it is 694. Now you look here. We also say Honda down here on the side cover. And you can look for different stickers also. This one says Honda on it. I believe there's a sticker down here. I think we say Honda on there. That tells you the year. This 1984 Honda motorcycle. So you can get little things to give you some details, but If you don't have any of these things, a lot of times on the right side of the neck there will be a stamp. This is the VIN number for the Honda right here. So if you do not have the tag on the other side, you might be able to find a stamp on the right side of the neck. Now that should be on the engine somewhere too. It'd be your VIN number, or they call it a frame number or engine number. And if the engine has not been changed out, you should be able to find that. Now we're going to look at the Magna. Now remember, the Magna is a 750. Now if you look down here on the engine, right here, there's a stamp, 748. So that's close enough to 750. You can almost assume that that's a 750. So that'll give you the idea of what size your bike is. And here again, I'll show you, this is the Magna. Right here, there's a stamping on the engine. It's going to be hard to see, but find any kind of stuff that you can to verify what the model might be. We'll use this stuff later. So this stamp right here is your engine ID number, and that should also be up on the frame. And like I said, if it's a matching numbers vehicle, whereas the frame and the engine started out together, that should be the same. Now yeah, I'm not going to do much. You can see, can you see that? Yeah. The VIN number is also stamped on the frame on this side. So those are the things to look for on a Honda. So you ask, how in the world am I going to tell what kind of bike this is? Like I said, first thing, look for stamps or names on the casings. That's about all you got left. So we got Yamaha stamped there. Yamaha on top of the engine. Alright, so we're going to assume we have a Yamaha. Next, there is no stamp or tag on the left side of the frame. And trust me, I've looked around. I don't see anything telling me what year this is or model. So next we're going to look over here, see if we can't find anything else. Alright, so here is a stamp on the right side of the frame, and if you can't see it, that does read 4H7117162. So at least we have a frame number to go by. And this is Yamaha. I don't have a lot of knowledge on the Yamaha, but we can look here and see that the engine stamp number is the same as the frame stamp number. So now we know that this engine and this frame go together. And they always did. So you have an original engine with the original frame. So now we need to figure out what model this is and what year this is. Alright, we're back inside because it's too windy outside. So we're in here and we have the frame and engine matching numbers. I have found, I'm sure there's somewhere on the internet you can look this up, but in the Haynes Manual, I don't know how you say it, you can, well, I should say this. The bike came with a manual, but it did not come with a title or any other telling things. So, again, you can't assume that it's an XJ650, 750. but we're going to go with it because it came with the manual. So we're going to go a couple pages in here, and you can look at these bikes and say, yep, that could be it. Look at the engine. Look at the layout. Not a lot to go on, but there's your Yamaha on top of the cover there. But you know what? I found this in the Haynes Manual, and our casing number started with 4H7. So that tells me we have an XJ650, and the number was 111. So that tells me it's an XJ650H, and it's an 81. So there you go. That's all we can really tell about this bike. We don't have a VIN number, but we know that it's an 81 XJ650H. So that solves that case. Now, that's not going to be in every manual. I only found it in this one. Now let's see. I can show you let's show you what Honda does. Also in the Haynes, or Heinz, I don't know. Go a couple pages in here. Here again, we have all the models listed in here, and it tells you the engine number and the frame number, and then it corresponds with what model you have and what year you have. So there you go. I always say, if you're going to work on your bike or even want to know more knowledge about it, you need to have a manual. But I will tell you, this information is not in the Climber. I've looked at every page. That information is not in here, so you're kind of out of luck there. But you need to start out somewhere, so if you get a bike and you want to work on it or even know more about it, get one of these. And it's going to give you information that you don't already have. Okay. Okay, now, early on, I said you can look at your title to get your VIN number and your year and your make. Sorry. Here you go. This is a Pennsylvania title. Gives you the vehicle identification number. So there's your VIN number. Gives you year, 1984, and Honda. But it does not give you your model number or the size of your motorcycle. So when you're going to buy a bike, you need to look at the VIN. Make sure the VIN matches up with the bike. So this just happens to be, let's see, which one is this? 84 Honda. Oh, that's this one right here. So there you go. There's my 84 Honda. I'm not going to dig it out to show you, but it would look just like this. It would look just like this guy here. So that would say 1984 instead of 1982. Down here in the corner, you're going to see the actual size of the bike and the model. And there's the VIN, of course, and that would match up to that one. So we're going to go back over here. I'm falling off my chair. And here you go, just to prove a point, this is a New Jersey title. That's going to give you your identification number. That's your VIN number right here. And then your year, 1983, and your make, it just gives you HON, it's a Honda, and motorcycle. So obviously, you do not get the fact that this bike is a V65 Magna 1100C. But that is this bike right here. I've checked, I've verified, it is a Honda Magna. So you do have to cross-reference those two things. Make sure that this VIN number matches the bike, and on the tag on that bike it says 1983 Honda, and then it says VF 1100C. In conclusion, I hope I helped you figure out what kind of motorcycle you are looking at. Like I said, look for that tag on the neck. I know we only looked at Hondas and a Yamaha today, but look at the bike over. I don't know all the models, but you can usually find some sort of VIN tag on the vehicle. If you can't find that and you need to go to stamping, a lot of times it is the VIN number, so you can look that up online and figure out year, make, and model. We covered titles. Make sure if you're buying a bike that title is matching to the vehicle you're buying. Otherwise, you're not going to own it officially. Look for names and different things stamped on the bike. If it's a sticker or an emblem, it may not be original, but it might give you an idea of what it is. So, if you have any questions, go ahead and post them in the comments. I'll try to answer them as best I can, and we will go from there. Like I said, look in the manuals. If you get a Haynes, it should have information in it. And as always, feel free to like and subscribe. Watch for the knowledge, subscribe for the power.